Shalom. First and foremost, all praises go unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kadash. Double honors go unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations go unto the hopefully elect tabernacle of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So once again, it's your brother Azariah, come back with another lesson in the spirit of prophecy, all right, which is the testimony of our Lord Yahweh Shai, giving you breaking news, things going on in the earth, to show you that the words of the Heavenly Father are indeed faithful and true. All right, and one of the things that we've been seeing as of recently, going into these summer months, are extreme heat and blazing wildfires, okay, especially in Europe and America. All right, and when you go back into the history, Europe and America is the beast, all right, which, America, which is Babylon the Great according to the scriptures, is the head of the beast system, all right. And this place is under judgment, all right. The prophet's been telling you forever, that, hey, America, Babylon the Great, this place is going to receive a great judgment because very evil things were done and are done in these lands, man. You see, so now Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is dropping the hammer upon these places, man. All right, he ain't having no mercy. And hey, we saw these same wildfires happening last summer with, intense frequency, but now they've gotten worse. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see it in this video here, but I believe as of like 2 hours ago, they've actually reported that the acreage of wildfires that have been burnt up in California is about 50,000 acres now. You know what I'm saying? So that's a ridiculous amount of acres that's been burned up by these wildfires. Okay, and that's being sent from none other than Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So I'm not gonna ramble on no more. We're gonna go ahead and get into this video. I got a couple articles lined up as well, that we're gonna get into today. So but just to show you the severity of the judgment that's on this place. You know what I'm saying? Because you already have, people just out of their mind, people just full of demons. You know what I'm saying? People just killing people for no reason in broad daylight. You know what I'm saying? And just not caring. And you know what I'm saying? You hearing the ambulance run down the street every 5 minutes. Every day you wake up, somebody dying. You know what I'm saying? Somebody getting shot, somebody getting a disease. You know what I'm saying? You got all these pestilences out here. So these things are all a sign of the end. All right, and this is what we come to do, is to give you what's happening in these last days, so that you're aware, and that so you know what I'm saying, because really these videos here should bolster your spirit, should bring you closer to the Most High, because the closer that we get to the end, you're gonna see these things start to ramp up more and more. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this.
Breaking tonight, a massive wildfire exploding on the California-Oregon border. The McKinney fire began on Friday. It's now grown to at least 30,000 acres. Mandatory evacuation orders issued for hundreds of homes. Tonight, with the hot and dry conditions, there are concerns the fire will continue to spread rapidly. Here's ABC's Alex Brochet.
Tonight, this raging wildfire exploding along the California-Oregon border. The National Forest Service estimates the McKinney fire has scorched between 30 and 40,000 acres in less than 24 hours, destroying several.
You heard that? In less than 24 hours. In less than 24 hours, 30 to 40,000 acres of wilderness has been burnt up near the California-Oregon border. Less than 24 hours. Like, that's ridiculous. That means that it wasn't just one wildfire that popped up. It was multiple wildfires that popped up to cover such a large area. But yeah, man, this is the judgment of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai upon Babylon the Great. All right? Because like I said, much wickedness has been done here. All right? You have the murder of the natives, the children of Israel. All right? You had Jake that was, in hardcore bondage under these damn crackers, man. All right. And none of our people ever received justice for the evil that was done unto them. You see, you had mass displacement of land. Okay, heritages were, taken away. You were made to assimilate to the ways of the white man, and if you didn't, you was put to death. You see, so there's been much wickedness done in this land of America, Babylon the Great. And you have these damn, wicked ass Edomites out here, man, that will die for America. Talking about blood and soil and, all that other BS, man. But listen, they don't acknowledge all of the evil and the wrong that was done here, man. And anytime, especially us, especially the prophets, but anytime anyone speak up for the plight of so-called black, the so-called Latino or Native American, people get up in arms. People don't want to hear it because they know deep down in their spirit that recompense must come for the wickedness that was done, because no justice was ever brought to our people for the evil and wickedness that was done against them, man. All right, so the thing that you're seeing now in Babylon the Great, in America, in the beast, all these things are judgment upon the wicked, man, or judgment upon these damn heathen, man. All right, because they have lived high, Salakia, they have lived high on the hog. All right, while Jake has been at the bottom suffering. Okay, and Esau and these other nations, man, y'all really messed up because y'all touched the wrong ones. You see, you touched the apple of the Lord's eye. You see, so now you must receive double. All right, you must receive double what you gave out, because that's what the Lord has spoken. All right, but yeah, man, 30 to 40,000 acres of wildfire of land that's been eaten up by these fires, man, in less than 24 hours. So if you can't see that this nation is under judgment, then hey, the Lord is just not dealing with you. You see?
For homes in the Klamath River community. Here, only a chimney still stands. Flames forcing the evacuations of more than 500 homes. The inferno spreading rapidly, fueled by the relentless heat and extreme drought conditions.
Really erratic winds from the start of the incident, extreme fire behavior throughout the entire shift.
This time lapse showing a giant plume above the ridgeline, producing dangerous lightning that can spread flames. Firefighters attacking it on the ground and from the air. So far, 0% contained.
And wait, tonight we're learning about 2 additional fires in the area fueled by dry conditions and brush. Firefighters telling us it's at a level we normally don't see until late August. Wait.
Alex, thanks.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights.
Yeah, so Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is burning up America. All right, he's burning up Babylon the Great. All right, because of all the wickedness that has been done in this land. All right, now let's go ahead and get what is that, second Ezra 16. Yeah, because plagues have been sent. All right, plagues have been sent, and they're not going to return until they have accomplished what they've been set out to accomplish. All right, so this is second Ezra 16 verse 14. Well, let's start at 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. Now, who bendeth the bow? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss. Okay, so hey, when Yahweh Bashim Yahushai shoot that judgment off, he got 100% accuracy, man. He don't miss, and he catching all headshots. Okay, the Lord don't miss, man. The Lord don't bluff. So when the Lord say he gonna do something, when he say that he gonna afflict Babylon the Great, that he gonna afflict the earth with severe judgment and plagues for the wickedness that has been done against his people and for the wickedness done within the earth and against creation, you can rest assured that these things will happen. All right, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Okay, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled. All right, the Most High definitely kindled that fire, man. Okay, because not only have these wildfires been going on in America, but you've also been having them going on over there in Europe as well. Okay, you've been having wildfires all over Europe. And the elder Yashawamba, elder Yashawamba, he actually brought out in one of his news and prophecy videos that the area in which the wildfires and the severe heat was touching, the area that these places were being affected was actually the old Roman Empire. Okay, which is what the beast system actually sprung out of, man. Okay, because over there in Europe, that's the original beast system. You know what I'm saying? That's the original. Now you have America, which is an extension of that, which actually rides the beast. Okay, so but that's the original beast system, man. So is no wonder. Yes, the whole earth is under judgment. All right, but you have the most severe judgments happening here in Babylon, the Great America, and also in Europe. All right, and the reason for that is because this is where the Lord's people were afflicted the most. Okay, this is where the most wickedness was done unto, the children of Yasha'Allah, man. All right, so these plagues have been sent into the earth, and hey, they're not gonna return. So they're not gonna go back. You can't pray this away. You can't mitigate these wildfires. Okay, 'cause like I brought out earlier, you were seeing these same wildfires burning last summer, but now it's worse. Okay, now you got 50,000 acres, 60,000, 70,000 acres of land being burnt up. All right, in less than one day. All right, ridiculous. Okay, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Well, hey, there you go. Reading on, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? So when the prophet Ezra is seeing the scene happening in these last days, which we're in now, he's like, woe is me. Which means, great sorrow, great mourning, okay, destruction. Okay, that's why he said, who will deliver me in those days? So he saw that the situation was so bad in the last days that he's looking at the vision and he's like, wow, if it's gonna be this bad, who is gonna deliver me in these days? Right? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? All right, and these things will come upon the earth for the wicked, man. Okay, will come upon the earth from the wicked. Now, with these wildfires, man, people been losing their homes. They've been losing their farms. All right, certain investments that they have, man, they've been out there losing parks. Okay, so hey, this is judgment and affliction all the way around from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. And may Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai continue to destroy these damn devils. All right, because hey, the men of the Lord, man, we've been praying for the downfall, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been hastening the coming of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and to finally see our enemies be afflicted and destroyed in this way, this is the beautiful thing to see. You know what I'm saying? So when we see this actually strengthens our faith, man. This brings us closer to the Most High because we know that, number one, prophecy is being fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? The words of the Heavenly Father are being fulfilled, and also our prayers are being answered. All right, that we may see and live to see the downfall of our enemies, man. All right. So that's that. Now let's jump to this right here. Okay, because this is major news. All right. Because dealing with this we call it the build up to World War III. All these nations are talking big talk against America. You know what I'm saying? You got Russia, the BRICS nations. You got Persia, Iran. You know what I'm saying? Iraq, Afghanistan. All these nations are talking big talk against America. You know what I'm saying? And why is that? Because now is the time when the Lord is ready to muster the host of the battle together so that they can all come down unto the valley of Jehoshaphat to be destroyed, man. All right. And, you know what I'm saying? All these, wars and rumors of wars that you're seeing, you know what I'm saying? All this, pretty much sizing up between the nations, man. This is all a build up to World War III. All right. So this article here says Iran says it will build nuclear warheads and turn New York into hellish ruins. Iran expert Ben Sabti tweeted that an Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Telegram channel threatens to produce atomic warheads for missiles. Citing the channel's message, Iran can immediately return to Imad project and build an atomic bomb if Natanz facilities are attacked. Okay, so these Iranians, which are the ancient Persians, all right, they not playing. Okay. Because there was a time when Esau, he could pretty much go all around the earth and do whatever he would do whatever he wanted to do. You see, no one could stand up against Esau. Why? Because Going back to the book of Genesis, the 27th chapter, his blessing was the sword. All right. Matter of fact, since I mentioned it, let's go ahead and pull it up. All right. Because hey, Isaac told Esau that, hey, by the sword shalt thou live. All right. Let's see here. That's about matter of fact, yeah. Let's start at 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, O my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. All right, now I don't mean to get off topic, but just real quick to break this down. When Isaac said that Esau's dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, that means that Esau would live in the best places, and that he would have the most land dominion over the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? That Esau would have the best of the best places under his control. Okay, he got America, South America. He got the Caribbean, the Bahamas. You know what I'm saying? All these tropical nice places that you can go to. You can set up a vacation home, or you can kick back and sip pina coladas, man. Esau has the fatness of the earth under his control, and the dew of heaven from above. Esau is in control of space, man. He got all them satellites up there. You know what I'm saying? He be sending telescopes out into space. You know what I'm saying? And by thy sword shalt thou live. Okay, so hey, Isaac told Esau that, hey, you're gonna live by the sword, man. Everything that you're gonna gain in the time of your rulership is going to be gained by the sword. Okay, it's going to be gained by warfare, bloodshed, unrighteous dealings. Okay, but then the scriptures say what? He who live by the sword shall die by the sword. You see that? So Esau was set up since the very beginning to be destroyed, man. All right. Isaac said, and by the sword shalt thou live, and the Most High said, he who live by the sword shall die by the sword. So by default, Esau has lived and does live by the sword. So what's going to happen to Esau? He's going to die by the sword, man. He's going to go out the same very way that he lived. You see that? Call hello Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, so that's the point there. So getting back to the article, it says, well, let's get this. Turning New York into hellish ruins. You see, now they even threatening to turn New York into hellish ruins. Okay, and you would have never seen this type of talk from the Iranians 15, I'm not even going to go back that far back, 10 years ago. You wouldn't even have heard this from them 10 years ago, but they doing it now. Why? Because they have the backing of Russia. All right, they have the backing of the bear, and they have allies that have the same nuclear capabilities now, so they're not scared no more. See, there was a time when Esau, America, Europe, they was the only ones that had access to these nuclear warheads, man. But now all these nations, all these major nations pretty much have them. So now the playing field is even. So now, you know what I'm saying, Iran can talk shit, Russia can talk shit, you know what I'm saying? Anyone, you know what I'm saying, North Korea can talk shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So everyone is coming up against the horror, because pretty much America has been that bully on the block to these nations, and these nations are tired of it. So now they starting to rise up through Russia, through China, through these superpower nations, man, that they have the backing of. They're starting to rise up, and they starting to say, hey, we're not afraid of America no more. You see? Because y'all, you know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all are not the only ones that have access to these nuclear weapons, man. We have nuclear weapons as well. And not only do we have nuclear weapons, but we can turn New York into a complete desolation. All right? So once again, the buildup to World War III, wars and rumors of wars, as our Lord Yahweh Shai spoke of in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. Okay, so it says, the short video declares that Iran's regime will develop nuclear weapons in a rapid fire period of time if the U.S. or the Zionist regime make any stupid mistakes. Okay, so they on, the Persians are ready to go. All right, it says, per Iran International, the video states that Iran's ballistic missiles have the capability of turning New York into hellish ruins in an ostensible reference to Iran's space program. The nuclear facilities of Fordow have been built up under mountains of Iran and are protected against trench-busting bombs and even nuclear explosion. All right, I'm not going to read the rest of the article, but you pretty much get the point. All right, and let's get it. And what is that? Let the weak say I'm strong. That's in Joel. Yep, Joel 3. Joel chapter 3. Let's jump down to, matter of fact, let's start at verse 9. So this is Joel chapter 3 verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. All right, so the Lord is drawing all the men of war, all the mighty men together, man. All these heathen nations to come together for the purpose of what? For World War III. Okay, which is going to be the last war before the return of our Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Okay, this is going to be the war to end all wars. Okay, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. All right, so when you go into, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, these are common, farming tools, man. Tools used to farm. Okay, so basically the Lord is telling these heathen, hey, look, the time for war is prepared. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? You got your plowshares out there. Hey, you're going to have to make that into a sword. You got your pruning hooks. You're going to have to make that into a spear. Okay, so the time for farming and being at rest and, just reaping and, sowing and reaping, that time is over. All right, it's time for war now. Okay, let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, because thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Okay, so hey, let the weak say I'm strong, man. All right, and that's why you have Iran making these type of statements against America, literally saying that we will build nuclear warheads and turn New York into hellish ruins. Okay, something that they would have never said to America in the past. Now they're saying it. Why? Because hey, let the weak say I'm strong, man. Okay, all these nations that were conquered and postured over by America in times past. Hey, these nations are starting to rise up because now they're tired of the beast. They're tired of the whore. They're tired of being bullied by America, and now they're about to stand up and make a stand against America. Okay, and this is inevitable. You can't turn back the clock on prophecy and just make all these nations just get along, go along to get along, because that's really what it was before. These nations, they really never liked each other, but they were just going along to get along for the sake of peace, because these nations understand that once World War III pops off, that's it. Because now it's not like wars, in past times when having a nuclear arsenal was not a factor. Okay, now if World War III pops off, all these nations are going to be destroyed. Nobody is going to win. All right, no one is going to come out on top after that. Okay, except the Israelites. Okay, these nations are going to be destroyed, but the Israelites are going to come out on top, man. Thus saith the Lord. Okay, so enough of that article. Let's go ahead and check this out. All right.
The International Union for Conservation of Nature. My colleague Ali Rogan has more on the significance of the move and what accounts for the decline.
The iconic monarch butterfly can be found across almost all of North America, but today it faces threats from habitat destruction to climate change. Part of why these butterflies are vulnerable is that they migrate thousands of miles annually to California and central Mexico for the winter. When the weather warms up in the spring, they reproduce and make the journey north. Along the way, they cluster in colonies to stay warm and lay their eggs exclusively on milkweed plants. Over the last several decades, scientists estimate that the population has dropped between 20 and 90%.
You see that, man? The population of monarch butterflies, which you can see here, in the past 20 years has dropped for between 20 and 90%. So that means that they almost extinct. So the monarch butterfly is near extinct, man. And why is that? Why is the monarch butterfly, on the brink of extinction? Why is the white rhino extinct? All right. Why is the Siberian Bengal tiger extinct? Why? Why is that? Why would the American bison or buffalo back in the 1800s systematically killed off to near extinction, man? Why? Who is responsible for this? None other than the so-called white man, the wicked man. You see? The so-called white man is responsible for this. And I was actually listening to a video earlier in which they were speaking on this same very thing. And the news reporter, she asked the host, she was like, well, I think the guy was a scientist or whatever, or he dealt with like insects and, dealing with this whole die off of the monarch butterfly. But she asked him, she was like, why are we seeing this rapid decline of the monarch butterfly? He and in typical Edomite fashion, man, he just straight up said what it was. He was like, well, it's because of us. Okay. And through the spirit, I said, you goddamn devil, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, these devils have literally ran the earth into the ground in less than 250 years, man. All right, you got a damn hole in the ozone layer. You have multiple species of animals dying off. The bees are damn near extinct, man. Why? Because this devil's spraying chemtrails in the air. He's spraying pesticides all up on the food, man. All right, which these butterflies are very important to the ecosystem because they actually help to pollinate and help the vegetation of the earth grow. Okay, so really without them, the ecosystem is going to be thrown off. Okay, you got this devil literally exploding nuclear bombs in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, man. You see, killing off hundreds of thousands, if not millions of sea creatures, man. That you can't inhabit that area of the Pacific Ocean ever again. So this devil just having fun with the earth, man. And really what it is, you have to understand Esau's mindset. You see, Esau knows that the kingdom is going to go to the Israelites. Okay, so he's basically like, hey, listen, if I can't rule the earth forever, if I can't have my eternal kingdom, ain't nobody going to have it. So Esau's mindset is to basically, destroy the earth. You see? Esau's like, hey, if I can't rule forever, Jacob damn sure not going to get this earth in one piece. You see? And that's what is that? The Lord shall destroy those that destroy the earth. Let's get that real quick. Just give me 1 second, Salakia. Jeremiah 12. Let's see. No, I don't want that. Okay, here we go. Revelation 11, verse 18. Let's get the KJV. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. At the time of the dead they shall be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Okay, so Yahweh Basham Yahushua already has judgment slated for the Edomites. Okay, those that destroy the earth. All right, let's get it in the NIV. The nations were angry, and your wrath has come. The time has come for judging the dead and for rewarding your servants the prophets and your people who revere your name, both great and small, and for destroying those who destroy the earth. Okay, so hey, this damn devil, man, has literally destroyed the earth. Okay, has destroyed the Most High's creation. You have the monarch butterfly damn near extinct because of this damn devil. You see that? He said 20 to 90%. So that means that they almost out of here. And That's why the scriptures say that unless the Most High shorten the days for the sake of the elect, no flesh would be saved, man. So if this devil was allowed to rule for another 50 years, another 100 years, the earth would be in the earth would be in shambles. All right, the earth would be completely gone, man. Like you wouldn't even recognize the earth no more. He would destroy everything. He would destroy the earth. He would destroy the nations. He would destroy all the animals, the plants, including himself, man. You see? So this is the devil that we're dealing with, man. The hammer of the whole earth. You see? The wicked.
For more on what it means for our ecosystem, I am joined by Scott Hoffman Black. He's the executive director of the Xerces Society, a nonprofit that focuses on invertebrate conservation. Scott, thank you so much for joining us. Why is the monarch butterfly population declining so much?
Well, it's declining because of us. Unfortunately,
there it is. Okay, so this is what I was listening to. I didn't watch the video. I was just listening to the audio, but this is exactly it. But you hear this damn Edomite, man. He came out and said, well, it's because of us. Yeah, well, we know that. We know why the earth is in the condition that it's in. Because of you damn crackers, man. Because you goddamn devils. All right? That's why the earth is in the condition that it's in. Let's hear this damn devil say it again, man. Because, hey, this here is the problem. The Edomite. Okay? They are the problem and they've been the problem, man. That's why the Most High got to bring judgment and, destroy these damn devils, man. Because if they was allowed to continue on for another 50 or 100 years, man, hey, like I said, you wouldn't even recognize the earth no more. Everything would be in a state of
Scott, thank you so much for joining us. Why is the monarch butterfly population declining so much?
Well, it's declining because of us. Unfortunately,
I ain't even gonna play no more, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you already get the picture. Okay? It's declining because of us. So this here is the problem. Okay, Esau is the problem, man. And they try to, deflect and say, oh, it's climate change and it's different things that play it. Nah, man. It's the Edomite. Okay, it's the so-called white man that's the problem, man. You see? It's him. The man of sin, the son of perdition. When you go into that word perdition, it goes into destruction. Okay? The border of wickedness. Well, matter of fact, I'm gonna just play a little bit more of this because he's gonna tell you why there's been such a drastic decline in these butterflies. So I'm gonna just play like another 20 or 30 seconds, then we can move on.
The way we grow our food, the way we build our homes and have our yards, just doesn't leave much room for animals like the monarch butterfly. So habitat loss because of industrial agriculture and because of lots of lawns, lots of pesticide use. We use a lot of pesticides, both in our food and to keep our roses perfect and our lawns perfect. And then you overlay that also with climate change, which is one.
Yeah, we're not buying that climate change. But basically what you can get out of this is that the earth and the creation thereof is being destroyed because of the Edomite lifestyle. Okay, the lifestyle that the Edomites have created. So you have to understand that these people do not bring life to the earth, man. They bring nothing but death, despair, and suffering. Okay, you can't name me one place upon the planet Earth where Esau has gone and he's actually improved the situation of the people that were there, or the animals, or the plant life, or the water, or the air. You can't produce that because all he's done is destroy, man. All right, this man is the harbinger of death. Everywhere he goes, death follows him. You see that? Everywhere that this man goes, death follows him, man. Things start dying whenever the white man shows up. You don't see life progress. You don't see life flourish under the rulership of the so-called white. Everything is dying. Why do you think you have a pharmaceutical industry, man? You have a pharmaceutical industry that instead of healing the ailment, instead of teaching you how to eat better, teaching you how to live a better quality of life, they give you over-the-counter witchcraft medication to suppress your symptoms and basically turn you into a lifelong drug addict. This is, this is what we're dealing with, man. Okay? This is what we're dealing with. All right, but let's go ahead. All right, matter of fact, yeah, let's go ahead and grab this real quick. All right, because you are pretty much heard about the flooding, the major flooding that took place out there in Kentucky, and also I believe it also happened in parts of Las Vegas as well, but this was the major part of the flooding. I believe at this point it said 25 people have died as of this point. So a judgment is definitely hitting the land of Babylon the Great, and then very, very severely. All right.
This morning, heartbreak growing in eastern Kentucky. Among those killed, 4 young siblings taken by the floods. A relative sharing that 8-year-old Madison, 6-year-old Riley Jr., 4-year-old Nevaeh, and 2-year-old Chance all lost their lives. And officials worry the death toll will keep growing as the water level drops, revealing more devastation. I'm worried that we're going to be...
Hey, and we coming into hurricane season too? Oh, man. Hey, trust me. The Most High is about to turn up on this hurricane season, man. All right? You're going to see some crazy hurricanes like you've never seen before. Because we in the season of judgment. All right? We are in the season in which the Most High is going to start pouring out these heavy-handed, very severe judgments upon Babylon the Great. All right? Because, hey, this place is past due to be judged. All right? With some very severe judgments. All right? So let's get real quick the book of Ecclesiastes or Sirach. Let's jump to 39th chapter. All right, verse 29. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Okay, so all these things that you're seeing in the earth, man, okay, floods, wildfires, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, all right, all these things are created for vengeance upon who? Upon the wicked. All right, upon the wicked, man. Okay, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked. Punishing who? The righteous, those that do good, those that keep the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Punishing who, man? Punishing the wicked to destruction. All right. So when you see all these people dying, okay, all these people dropping dead, all right, that's judgment. That's vengeance. Okay.
We're going to be finding bodies for weeks to come. Keep praying.
One couple telling us they raced from their home up the hillside to stay alive. Meanwhile, the house itself was swept away. Now you can't even see it from the foundation.
I had to wade through water, which was up on my knees, and I had her on my back carrying her through the water.
Meanwhile, Austin Imhoff and his pregnant wife Brianna's house drifted hundreds of yards down the road.
I mean, there's some people actually down 476 that are dead. We're lucky enough to be alive. I mean, this is stuff that can be replaced.
Now, rescue crews are canvassing newly reopened areas, expecting to find some people who did not survive.
We can show them a great amount of respect. We can figure out who they are, who their family is, so we can get closure and get them where they need to be.
But other lucky survivors, like Kim and Douglas Stevens, are reconnecting with the outside world after being trapped.
It was at the windowsills. Whole bottom floor were destroyed.
They moved to higher ground in their car, but they're...
And these devils are being severely afflicted by the Most High. Okay? You can see that they're losing everything. They're losing everything, man. All right? But this was a land that was founded upon rape, robbery, and murder. Bloodshed, man. Okay? All this land that these people are currently living on, This was native land. Okay, this was so-called Native American land, man, that these people took and inherited into their own possession. You see? So what's happening now? The Most High is bringing recompense unto the wicked. All right, he's bringing recompense unto the wicked, that they don't, prosper no more, man. You know what I'm saying? That they don't fill the earth with cities. And let's go ahead and get that in the book of Proverbs, Proverbs 11. We're going to jump down to about the 21st verse. Okay? Well, let's start at 20. They that are of a froward heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their ways are his delight. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Okay, so when these devils say, oh, you need to stop preaching that hate out of the Bible, we just all need to come together. We just all need to be one and overcome. Hey, well, where was that energy back in slavery days, man? All right, where was that energy during Jim Crow? Hey, listen, man, y'all crackers need to keep the same energy that y'all had back in the day, because now that the real judgment is coming out, okay, now that the real prophets have been raised up and we speaking the truth, thus saith the Lord, now y'all want to talk about hand joining in hand. Okay, now y'all want to talk about coming together. Well, hey, we ain't coming together with y'all devils, man. All right, because that will be to our own detriment. Okay, the scriptures say, though a hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. Okay, so you're going to receive the judgment that's been slated for you. Okay? But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered, man. Okay, so hey, all these devils here, man, this losing their home, losing their livelihood, losing everything that they've, acquired through this wicked system. Okay, the Most High is taking all that away. Why? Because the wicked shall not go unpunished. You see? The wicked shall not go unpunished, man.
There was nowhere else to drive, no way to make a phone call. The water boxed them in only about 2 miles from Douglas Stevens' dad.
Just to think you were powerless to help your dad in a...
And these devils, man, they slaughtered hundreds of millions of so-called black, so-called Latinos and Native Americans, man. All right? The children of Israel. Hundreds of millions took the land. All right, they took the land, oppressed the heritage, and assimilated it unto their own for the sake of the Edomite kingdom to flourish. Okay, but at the detriment of the Most High's chosen people. And let's get that in Habakkuk 2 and 5. All right, there we go. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Probably spelling it back wrong. Can't spell. To verse 5. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Okay, so because this man transgressed by wine, because he transgressed by his philosophies, all of his wicked, ideas and inventions and things that he put out there, man. Okay, he is a proud man. He's become proud because he's in the power seat. All right, this man think he can't be touched. He think that he'll never be taken down. He think his houses shall continue forever. Esau thinks that he will never be in adversity. Okay, neither keepeth at home. So this devil don't stay at home, man. Esau belongs in Mount Seir, okay, the Caucasus Mountains. That's where he belongs. Esau should not be in America, Europe, Africa. In any other place where you see Edomites other than the caves of Mount Seir, they don't belong there. Who enlarges his desire as hell. So Esau's desire is to make earth a living hell. Like I said earlier, if I can't rule forever, if I can't have the earth under my rulership, under my dominion, nobody's going to have it. So therefore, I'm going to make the earth a living hell. for everything in it. You see, that's the mindset of this damn devil. And it's as death. Everywhere that he go, he bring death. Okay, like I said earlier, man, everywhere that this devil goes, he brings death, the opposite of life. All right, and it actually makes him happy to bring death. This devil actually gets off to see things suffer. All right, and cannot be satisfied. So you would think, Esau, you're in your rulership. You have everything that you could ever ask for. You have all the money, all the riches, all the land. Okay, all the people of the earth under your subjection. What more could you want? What more could you want? But it says what? And cannot be satisfied. So no matter how much that he get, he can't be satisfied. You could give Esau $100 trillion and he still won't be satisfied. And these devils actually have that kind of money. They actually have that kind of money and they're still not satisfied. Okay? Gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. All right? Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? And what has Esau done in America, man? Increase that which is not his. He came over here. Esau came over here, man, and raped, robbed, and murdered the so-called natives, man. Okay? The tribe of Gad off of their land. It increased that which is not his, and built up his own infrastructure, built up his own cities and towns, man. Okay, created his own industries on that very same land, and put them onto reservations, man. You see? So woe unto him that increased that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Okay, so how long will this devil, which has prospered in wickedness for so long, how long is he going to be allowed to continue? How long is he going to be allowed to oppress? How long is he going to be allowed to break the earth to shivers? How long? You see? So no, man. We don't feel sorry for these devils, because this is exactly what they deserve. And more hell is coming. Because, hey, here it is. They just lost their house. You know what I'm saying? They got a little bit of water up in their house. Okay, cool. They still alive. But next thing that's going to happen to them is, hey, if the Most High don't kill them on the next round of plagues, then, hey, they're going to be reserved to be slaves in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right? Straight up and down. That's exactly what it's going to be.
Horrible natural disaster. How does that feel as a son to know he's so close, but you can't do anything about it?
I'll tell you what, all you can do is trust in the good Lord. Yeah.
And Esau talking about the good Lord. He talking about the good Lord. Goddamn hypocrites, man. But I bet if you was, to try and bring up the fact that y'all living on stolen land, he ain't gonna be trying to hear that. You see? And the matter of fact, let's let's get that again. And that's a spirit, man. Who are you to declare my statutes? Esau, talking about the good Lord. Hey, well, Esau, you ain't got no business talking about the good Lord, man. Oh, it's a lot here. We have a Psalm 50 and 16. Yeah. But unto the wicked, Yahweh saith, what hast thou to declare my statutes? Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? So what the hell do Esau have to be speaking about the good Lord for? You don't even know what you worship. You talking about all you gotta do is trust in the good Lord. When you've been living off of rape, robbery, and murder for your entire existence. You don't even know that what happened to you is judgment from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So that just show you that these devils don't know what they worship, man. All right? They have no idea what the hell's going on.
We prayed a lot. Everybody prayed a lot.
Good news to report this morning, Willie. Dad is okay. I can tell you that because we saw him helping with that couple's cleanup effort. But surely more prayers will be looked for in that region today because we are looking at potentially one.
Hey, well, prayers ain't going to stop it, man. Okay, because you see, you Edomites don't understand that all what's happening to you and your nation, this is all judgment of the Heavenly Father. Okay, so you can't pray this away, man. All right, you can't pray away these judgments. You see, you trying to, well, number one, the Lord is not even hearing your prayers. That's first and foremost. The Lord is not even hearing you. All right, the prayer of an Edomite is an abomination unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. So the Lord not even hearing your prayers. And then at that, you really believe that you're gonna have America forever. All right, nah, man. Listen, it's time for America to go. Okay, America is on the way out, and these judgments are gonna continue to increase. And there's nothing that Esau can do about it. There's nothing that you can do to stop it. There's nothing that you can do. You see? Let's jump to this. The Inflation Reduction Act won't reduce inflation. Okay, now these Edomites and in Congress and the Senate, they've been trying to pass this Inflation Reduction Act because of obviously the high amount of inflation that's been taking place in the U.S. So they're trying to lessen that, mitigate that with these certain bills. All right, but it's not gonna do anything. Okay, because the inflation is already out of control. Okay, and going into the winter months is going to get even worse. Okay, especially with the increase in energy demands. But not gonna read too much of this. Let's see. Oh, what, you got a sign in there? Salakia. All right, Salakia about this. Bear with me for 1 second. Okay, so Democrats' High Spending Inflation Reduction Act will do just the opposite. Okay, and it reads, the first thing to remember, damn computer, man. All right, it says the first thing to remember about the reconciliation bill, since Joe Manchin and Chuck Schumer agreed to Wednesday, is that despite its utterly preposterous name, it is absolutely zero to do with inflation, and that's that witchcraft. Okay, these devils like to put stuff out there, and they like to put these certain names and phrases in these bills, but really it has nothing to do with what it's intended for. Okay, just like you had the civil rights. Okay, civil rights wasn't just for African Americans, so-called African Americans, man, so-called blacks. Eventually they extended it to the LGB. Okay, they extended it to immigrants. Okay, they extended it to trans and all these other different type of people, man. Okay, so that was just one thing that they hit the okie doke on Jake. Okay, and they doing the same thing here, man. It has absolutely zero to do with inflation. The Inflation Reduction Act is crammed with the very same spending, corporate welfare, price fixing, and tax hikes that were part of Build Back Better. Long desired progressive wish list agenda items pumping hundreds of billions into the economy will do nothing to alleviate inflation. And you see, when you pump all this money that you don't have into the economy, that actually increases inflation. You see, because what you're doing is you're oversaturating the market with a substance that you already have enough of, or more than enough in circulation already. You see, so the value of the dollar is going to be worth much less because you're pumping more money into the economy. You see? So, you know, this is the plan, okay, to pump billions. As it says that, you know, it will do the opposite. Okay, now that's basic economics 101. Because let's say that I'm the only person in you know, a town that has gold. Well, that gold is going to be very, very valuable because I'm the only one that has it. Now, what's going to happen when everyone in the town gets gold and everyone's, you know, has gold and they trading and they selling, and you know what I'm saying? The price of that gold is going to become worth much, much less because it's not as rare anymore. Everyone has it. You see, it was only worth as much as it was because it was a rare commodity. Okay, just like everyone, you know, everybody doesn't have real raw diamonds from the earth. Okay, majority of diamonds that you have out now are made in labs. But to get a pure raw diamond from the earth, that's very valuable. That's why the price of raw diamonds from the earth are so high, because you know, there's not that many of them on the market. You see? So when you pump billions of dollars into the economy that's already oversaturated with money, that's why back in 2020 when they was giving out all these stimulus checks, you know, they was giving out all these stimulus checks back in 2020, and people thought that it was a great thing. You know, the government just giving you free money, but it comes at a cost. All right. And we was telling you back then that, listen, yeah, y'all getting this money now, but you know, real soon, America, you know, y'all are about to pay for this, man. Okay, because the money has to come from somewhere. All right. The money has to come from somewhere. And guess what? The price is going to come back right on the heads of the American citizens, man. The citizens are going to have to pay for all this money being pumped into the economy with higher inflation. And we were telling you this back when the pandemic first started, when they started doing all this BS, man. All right. Let's read a little bit more. Let's also remember the Democrats' deflection on inflation last year, claiming it was transitory, and no serious economist is suggesting there's unchecked inflation on the way, and so on, was all part of a concerted political effort to ignore the problem long enough to cram through a 5.5 trillion iteration of their agenda. And when inflation suddenly became non-transitory and politically problematic, the Biden administration argued that more spending would relieve inflation. It doesn't care about the economy as long as dependency is being expanded. Okay, so America is completely through. All right. Pretty soon you about to go to the store and a damn jug of milk gonna be $20, man. You see? But this is what these devils want, because this is all a part of that great reset, man, to bring about that NWO. All right. So hey, man, the dollar is on the way out, and we already know what's coming next. Okay, we already know what's coming next after that dollar, man. All right, that MOTB. All right. New York City declares monkeypox. Sorry, Salakia. New York City declares MP a public health emergency. Officials in New York City declared a public health emergency due to the spread of the MP virus Saturday, calling the city the epicenter of the outbreak. The announcement Saturday by Mayor Eric Adams and Health Commissioner Ashwin Vasan said as many as 150,000 city residents could be at risk of infection. The declaration would allow officials to issue emergency orders under the City Health Code and amend code provisions to implement measures to help slow the spread, which we already went into this, but this could include another lockdown. Now, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, but if they do go to implement another lockdown, such as, you know, it was in the CV-19 lockdown, then this is going to be a big deal, okay? Because people are not going to be going for another lockdown, man. All right, people just don't have it in them no more. You know, people are now pretty much of the mindset like, hey, you know, disease is out there, pestilence is out there. If I get it, they have, you know, juice out there that I can take that can make me better, you know what I'm saying? Or I can just deal with it, you know what I'm saying? But another lockdown to shut down the world again, man, people not having that. Okay, but if they do, you're going to see 2nd Ezra 15 about the 17th verse come into effect. All right, in which they're not going to regard their kings nor princes. Okay, so they're not going to listen to the CDC. They're not going to listen to their doctors. They're not going to listen to their higher officials, man, because hey, people are going to be worn out. You know, people are going to be worn out. They're not going to be trying to hear, no, oh yeah, well, you got to stay in the house and quarantine because it is, you know what I'm saying? People not trying to hear that, okay? Because they've pushed enough propaganda in the media for a lifetime. And like, you know, another thing is, man, people are starting to wake up to the BS of the American media. All right, CNN and Fox News and all of that, man. You know, people aren't really listening to those platforms anymore. Now they're more so going to the underground news platforms, okay, to get their information, because you know these people are not being paid by the small hats to push a certain narrative, okay. People are reporting on the truth, and that's what they're getting. All right, but you know, just watch out for this, man. You know, because New York, they've declared a public health emergency. So hey, we'll see if they put a lockdown in place, or we'll see if they try to push the juice. We'll see what they do, man. You know, because that's another thing they want to do. They want to push that juice real heavy. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens from this. But you know, just watch out for that. Okay. It says here, the last article we're gonna get, and we're gonna close out. Okay. It says rents are out of reach. Salaki just drank some water. It says rents are out of reach for minimum wage workers, tolling 40 hours a week. All right, so damn, you working, you out there busting your ass for 40 hours a week, and you can barely, well, you can't afford rent working 40 hours a week, man. All right, so a 5-day work week is not cutting it for a majority of Americans no more. You see that? Affordable housing is becoming more and more precarious as rents keep climbing at a record pace, and wages for many Americans aren't keeping up with inflation. And hey, we told you this, man. We told you through the spirit that it's going to come a time where you're going to have to pay for this inflation, man. All right, you're going to have to pay for all that money that they pumped into the economy during the pandemic back in 2020. You will have to pay for this eventually. What's happening now? Inflation is sky high. Okay? The average worker on a 40-hour week would need to earn $21.25 an hour to afford a 1-bedroom home in the U.S. and $25.82 to afford a 2-bedroom home, according to a new report for the National Low Income Housing Coalition and Advocacy Group. In every state in the U.S., the cost to rent a home exceeds their minimum wage. Wow, you see that? So in majority of the states, man, you're not making enough to even afford a 1 or 2-bedroom apartment. In Arkansas, for instance, workers would need to earn $14.89 an hour to afford a 2-bedroom home, which that's pretty good. You know, cost of living over there in Arkansas is pretty cheap then. But the state doesn't have a minimum wage law, so its workers make the federal minimum wage of $7.25. Wow, you see that? So they making half. They making less than half of what you would need to afford a 2-bedroom home, man. You see? Whew. Hey, man. The Most High has snared this place. All right, the Most High has snared Babylon the Great, man. Okay, and let's get this. So the Most High got Babylon the Great in you know, rough position. Okay, Jeremiah 50:24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Okay, so because of the wickedness that's been done in this land, man, because you have striven against the Lord has laid out a snare for you. And that snare was what? Part of the snare was what? Inflation. Okay, because hey, like I just mentioned, man, back in 2020, when everyone believed that, you know, everything was all good, they was getting paid by the government to sit on their ass and do nothing, and you know, just eat McDonald's and Taco Bell and you know, Funyuns all day long. Life was good back then, but what's up now? Now you can't even afford a 1 or 2 bedroom home, man. You see that? Now you can't even afford a 1 or 2 bedroom home because you're not even making minimum wage enough to afford it. And if you can't afford a roof over your head, then hey, you damn sure can barely afford food. You know what I'm saying? You got these Babylonians out here, man, living on oodles and noodles. Okay? So this is the situation that the Lord has set up the inhabitants of Babylon the Great in, man. All right? And you know, these conditions are only going to get worse. And so much worse, in fact, to the point where people are going to be worn out, man. People are just going to be like, yo, listen, just give me the MOTB. Just give me the mark, because I can't live like this. My kids need food. They need clothes. They need, you know, water. They need a roof over their head. Just please, we'll do anything. If we have to take this mark in order to do that, then we'll take it. We'll do whatever. Listen, that's what this devil is really setting people up to receive, man. But it's all a snare from the Most High. Okay, it's all a snare for those that don't believe, for the wicked. All right, and these people have already been conditioned to take the mark. Okay, because your mind is already set to this world to where you believe that if you don't have a certain quality of life in this world, then you're a failure. You see? So this world is basically these Babylonians end all be all, man. That's it. You see? Revelation 6:6. Salakia. Revelation 6:6, man. Alright. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. And what's that? Inflation. Okay, because when you go into a measure of wheat for a penny, all right, that's a very small amount of wheat. Okay, a measure of wheat, they will only sustain you for about 1 day, for a day's wages. Okay, a very small amount of wheat for a day's wages, man. And 3 measures of barley for a penny. Okay, once again, a very small measure of barley. Okay, they can barely last you 1 day for a whole day's wages, man. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, you're going to be pretty soon. You're going to be going to the store. Meat definitely is going to be sky high. Okay, you're going to be paying upwards of $30 to $40, $50 for meat, man. Okay, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine, the precious things. Okay, oil and wine are very valuable commodities, man, and always have been throughout the course of history. Okay, but now inflation has gotten so bad to the point where these things are out of reach. Okay, people gotta be working 2-3 jobs just to make ends meet, man. Okay, a lot of people are turning to a life of crime because they just so worn out. You see, they just can't keep up no more, man. So a lot of people are turning to a life of crime. They becoming scammers. They straight up, you know, doing daytime robberies, killing people. You know what I'm saying? So that's the situation, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality that is now encompassed Babylon the Great. You see? And this is a pretty much a majority of Babylon the Great, man. Okay, of course you have New York, Jersey, you know, Massachusetts, Washington, and California being the most expensive states. Okay, because cost of living in these states are super high. All right, but even everywhere else is still high. Okay, like the cheapest states are here in the Midwest, pretty much. Some of the South, you know, the Midwest. But hey, man, Babylon the Great is through. All right. Even while California and other states across the country have raised minimum wages, the cost of housing continues to far outpace income growth, said Representative Maxine Waters, a Democrat from California and the chairwoman of the U.S. House Committee on Financial Services. It is unconscionable for this country, with the resources that it has, to ignore the housing crisis in America. All right, and even out there in California, you have whole tent cities. Okay, you have cities where people just live in tents. All right. America, land of the free, home of the brave, right? More like America, land of the poor. Land of the poor, home of the homeless. Okay, that's more so what it's looking like. But hey, we'll go ahead and end it right there. Babylon the Great is completely through. Alright? This world, man, the rulership of the heathen is on its way out. Alright, so Israel, lift up your head for your redemption. Draw off now. I'm going to go ahead and end it right there. In closing, I'd like to say, call Lord Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Kadash. Till next time, Shalom to the elect. Come Yasha Allah, DTA, and Abad Babal. Soon, very soon. Shalom.